Hello, this is Builder Man giving you 500 cc's of awesome skill. Today, I'll be continuing my series on Planetside 2. This is picking up where we last left off. I noticed an enemy Sunderer parked on the other side of the tower, so I flew straight at it. I should have stayed back when I noticed both turrets were active, but I guess it was too late by that point. I go about looking for some infantry, but one of them pops up the stairs as soon as I jumped down. I try to help pin down the stairs, but there are too many people coming up.
Whenever you damage a friendly soldier or vehicle, you will accumulate grief points. If you get...
When I came back, a heavy had his shield up, protecting him from my gun while he emptied his sidearm into me. The Sunderer that had been near the tower pulled back and redeployed in a safer area. I waited for it to deploy, which took a couple seconds, but I didn't really care at the time. I jumped at it up the cliff, thankful for a nearby auto turret which could watch my flank. I noticed a large group of infantry on the opposing side. I laid down some blanket fire, but it really didn't do much harm at that range. I got cocky though, and I shot at an enemy skeeth. Really, a carbine does little to no damage at that range to an aircraft. I might as well have been throwing pine cones at a grizzly. It flew back over and shot at my allies, but then it noticed our disrepaired Sunday. Sadly, I went to AFK for a second, and I was dead when I came back. By that point, the battle had shifted over to our base. For some reason, I thought I could damage a mag rider with normal bullets. Nothing happened, so I made my way along the walkway. I thought I saw an enemy there, but he moved out of the way too quickly. When I reached the other end, I popped down below to take out some enemy infantry. I ran up to a heavy, guns blazing, and got carried away with a knife. I ended up in front of him and was quickly mowed down. Came along the walkway again. This time, I tried looking around a bit before continuing on. Seeing a bit of sniper fire, I mistook the direction and looked at an empty turret on a cliff. I double checked again, destroyed her safe, finally moved on. I had taken long enough to be targeted by an enemy liberator. Right now, the enemies had moved in on the capture point. I made my way over to that building, but I noticed the enemy was hiding under the stairwell. I tried getting the catch on him while he was recharging his shield, but then I was taken out from behind. Okay, so now I'm coming back around. That area is getting nailed by a liberator, so I just kind of got out of there as quickly as I could. I'm coming back over to the place where that guy was, hoping to take him out. I take out the guy who nailed me before, while I'm reloading. The nasty old troll under the bridge takes me out yet again. So I saw that kill assist there, and so I made my way back around. I saw that little fire there. I saw his gun tip sticking out, so I nailed that sniper. He didn't get killed, so I was being very careful, making my way over there. I was taking a lot longer than I should have, but at least there wasn't. Anyways, I come over here, my eyes was going to be taken out, but I still get the kill on the guy. When I come back out, I notice that a sniper that I had fired at was waiting for me. So now I had seen on the map that there is a Sunderer over there. So I made my way over to the Sunderer to hopefully destroy it. I wait for my jetpack to recharge. I spotted a little heavy. There's a Sunderer there, but the turrets on the Sunderer were active, and so I was quickly killed. I repeatedly tried the same strategy, noting that it failed each and every time.
Been repelled.
This time I was able to go behind the hill to avoid the turrets, but then an infantry that spawned took me out quickly. Now there's a lot of heavies nailing the Sunderer with rockets, and I try going up again, even more heavies at a dead max. By this point the Sunderer was already gone, and there wasn't really anything left. So now that the fight was taken care of, we make our way back to the enemy base, hopefully trying to get the offensive. There's some sniper fire there, but I was able to dodge it. There's some turrets firing and a mag rider, but it really didn't get me. What did get me was the turret. It was aiming at me and I was right up against a cliff. Thankfully, Sagel revived me, so I thought I'd get right back on my feet and go along the cliff. I knew I had to stay on the cliff in order to avoid that turret. So once I made it over there, I was checking the roof to make sure there wasn't any infantry up there. There turned out not to be, and so I proceeded on trying to get behind that turret. It was nearly gone, so I tried to nail it with a grenade, but I missed. It got blown up, but I knew I had to take care of somebody because it was empty when it got blown up. Double checked the tower to make sure nobody was standing there. And I come in, and sure enough, there's the turret captain right there. I take him out real quickly, seeing us out. He was an infiltrator. He was an easy kill. As I come around here, the infiltrator releases one pistol shot, and I follow him around to the corner, where he's another easy kill. But now I saw this flash, fumbled around with the controls a bit, and was killed before I could destroy the flash. This is what greed gets you. So, now I'm looking to see if there was any Sunderers. There turned out not to be, but then, what do you know? Thorval, my old friend from the last thing, had revived me. Not only had he forgiven me for killing him and hurting him, but then he revives me and invites me to his squad. He happened to be the captain of the squad and an excellent medic. So I have a little fun with these guys, but sadly, when I try to kill one of them, I get destroyed before I can take him out. I really should have used a grenade launcher here rather than trying to come up near him. The only Sunderer was a little ways out, so it was a bit of a walk. But thankfully, a friendly Sunderer was pulling up in the familiar place near the tower. I see a friendly Liberator up there, and I try protecting it from some AA fire that comes in a little bit later. My jetpack was running out, so I made a quick little landing on the walkway. My ally was already there, so I knew the tower was safe. Up here, I come in and I see a dead ally. Seeing there was nobody there, I quickly spotted the enemy AA turret. I didn't know if it had seen me, so I quickly blew it up with just one stick of C4, rather than the usual two that I do to guarantee its destruction. So now I'm pushing forward with the rest of the group on A point. So I knew that they would start capturing it without me, so I jump jetted up to the tower and came in from the top. That bought me a little bit of time and got me a little extra XP at the end of the day.
Testing my mic again. Not sure if this is working or not.
Generator destroyed.
That would have been Warden Thorval testing out his mic. I really didn't mind it, but
Sounds good, Torval.
I guess now we get to know what Warden Thorval sounds like. I make my way around the cliffs, double checking to make sure there's no enemies, and so I continue on to the enemy spawn point. I try making my way over here, but there is a little bit of enemy fire, and I just try to take as many of the enemy as I can. I get behind the cliff, trying to protect myself from some fire I was taking. I get lucky and I was able to nail a cloaked infiltrator. Sagel comes in and saves the day yet again. There was an infiltrator sitting there, and I get the kill again. I was really happy by this point. Sadly, there goes Warden Thorval. I hear a little bit of shotgun fire, and so I turn around, only to notice my best friend, Sagel, had been destroyed by an enemy light assault. Thorval comes in and saves the day again. Those two are probably my favorite medics that I've encountered in this game so far. I come around here, and what do you know? A proximity mine. Thanks for watching. That's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.